All right, so this is episode 86 of the Just Chilling podcast. I got my guy Tim Roberts with me today, man. How you doing?
Good, man. Doing great.
You want to kind of just tell the audience a little bit what you do, and we'll go from there about what you do and how what you're doing right now, basically.
Yeah, man. Well, I played music all my life with my family. Grew up playing music in church and everything. And then about, I guess, 6, 7 years ago, I started venturing out and playing with some different bands, bass guitar and drums, and singing a little bit, not doing a whole lot of singing. And then one of the guys, one of the owners at Floribama, heard me playing with one of the bands in there, and he asked me if I'd done any solo shows by myself. Told him I never had. He said, "Well, get you some songs together and let's try it." And so the past 4 years, that's pretty much all I've been doing. I hardly ever do another band gig.
Right.
So I travel around, and my day job's kind of held me back a little bit. But anywhere from Mobile to Panama City, I think is where
Yeah,
you
well, I
saw
saw
me
you
at.
at with Runaway Shore. Yeah, I
Run
really,
away out, yeah, that's right.
yeah, that was
So
awesome.
so yeah, that's what I've been doing for the past few years is just traveling around on nights and weekends, and in addition to working a day job. But 3 weeks ago, I was blessed enough to be able to leave the day job, so now I'm doing music full time now.
Okay,
So
congratulations, man.
things are kind of growing and getting
You
busy. You
deserve
saw
it,
my
man. Like I
schedule.
said, you got a great voice. I heard you. I heard you there, and I heard you play. Next question I had for you was, well, the first question I had for you was, when did you pick up the guitar, and when did you first pick up the guitar, and what kind was it?
Well, the most of what I did when I was growing up, my brother was an excellent keyboard player. And my dad played keyboard as well. Now I never tried playing keyboard because that was their spot, and I just kind of let them have it. So bass guitar was actually the first instrument I really picked up and learned, and that's what I'm most proficient at. Really is bass guitar. Um, old first one I had come out of a Sears and Roebuck catalog. It was old Harmony brand, and
Yeah.
I've still got it. I've still got that guitar, and
So, so did your brothers tutor you on how to work the guitar when you first got it?
no, be honest with you, I learned just from sitting down with the radio. Now kids have the advantage of learning on YouTube. You can pull up YouTube videos. I'm convinced you can do brain surgery if you find the right YouTube video. Yeah, you can learn anything on video. I've worked on my vehicle from YouTube videos. The air conditioner goes out. You can go and look and see how to replace the compressor, and I've done that before. But yeah, I sit down with the radio for hours just playing the guitar with all kinds of different country music mostly. Yeah, you heard what I did. Most of what I do is country, but I do some classic rock and different things, and even dabble around into Pink Floyd a little bit. So
Yeah.
I just kind of try to play something for everybody. But that's where I got started. It was on the bass guitar.
Well, now I want to ask your opinion on something that kind of floated through my mind while I was setting up for this interview.
Okay.
Um, do you think that country music is a variation of blues, or do they work hand in hand? How close?
It's
What do you think? What
I,
is your take on that?
I think it's always kind of been that way a little bit. But country music now is kind of varied from what traditional country has always been. And that doesn't mean it's not good. That doesn't mean it's not enjoyable. That doesn't, I mean, it's different from what it used to be. You could listen to country music like back in the 90s, and you listen to country music now. There's a lot of difference. And there's definitely some blues influence on country now. There's some rap influence on country now. Florida Georgia Line has got a lot of they've crossed over, and they did the songs with Nelly, and I think it's good for genres to kind of mix together like that, because you don't have one target audience. You're playing to everybody, and that's what I try to do also, is try to play to everybody. My goal when I'm at a show is to get at least one person at every table to sing along with something I do. If I can get somebody at every table to sing along with something I do, I feel like I've accomplished something. I've played to everybody.
Okay.
So that's
Yeah, that's a great answer. How many live shows you believe you've been a part of? Just roughly.
oh man, it's hard to say. COVID kind of knocked our feet out from under us last year. We had 2 months that we were not able to play at all. Most of March and all of April, we were shut down completely and not able to play at all. And then the end of June, I caught COVID myself, and it knocked me for a pretty good loop. I was out for about a month. I was a solid month. I didn't play a show. I didn't go to work. So 3 months out of last year, I was dead in the water. I was not playing any shows at
I
all.
caught it in December myself, so I know what you mean.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And so I probably play on a normal year for the last 4 years. I've been playing a minimum of 200 shows in a year,
Mm.
um, because I've been playing anywhere from 3 to 5 nights a week, and um, some of those during the summertime you do a lot of doubles, and there's been times I've had played 3 shows in one day. Now,
Okay.
that's not normal, but that it does happen in
It
the
happens
summertime
though.
down here.
It ended
Yes,
up
yeah,
happening.
that's
Yeah.
right. Because down
Um,
here you got music. You got music that starts at lunchtime, whether it be in a brunch show or being by a pool at some of these condos. Then you can play 5 to 9. One of the stages at Floribama's 5 to 9. Then you got
right.
music to go till 2 o'clock in the morning. So
Yeah.
I've been a part of that. It's you're
Yeah.
happy for a day off after that.
Hmm. Um, I only asked you that to ask you this. So what's one of the weirdest things that you've seen happen at one of your shows that didn't involve you that you kind of like, observed?
Yeah, man, that's a loaded question. um, of course, playing around alcohol all the time, you see people act a fool. I mean, you see people that's wanting to fight, and usually the way that starts is one guy is just really drunk and he doesn't want to fight, but he doesn't know his limitations, and he gets around somebody that doesn't really want to put up with what he's doing. And so but now, honestly, that doesn't happen a whole lot. And I haven't seen that happen very much, especially like a Floribama down here where I live. Their staff is amazing, and they see that happening before it happens, and they're able to nip it in the bud. Uh, but now I've had some crazy requests. I've had I was down in Santa Rosa Beach, which is not far from Panama City down there,
Mhm.
and I had a guy, this young guy, you could tell he's from up north. Uh, he asked he asked me to sing "Friends That Go Places," and I was like, "Friends that go places." Man, I don't know what you're talking about. He said, "It's a country song." And then after a little deliberation, I finally figured out he was asking for Garth Brooks, friends in low places.
Oh,
So
friends that go
that's
places.
friends that go places. Yeah, he wanted to be a country fan, but wasn't quite there yet. But he knew that was a country song, and well, I guess one of those misheard lyrics kind of things.
Right.
But yeah, there's some crazy things that you can see down here.
Okay. Well, I got two more for you, and we can get out of here.
Yeah.
What are you listening to right now? What kind of country music is inspiring you right now?
So when I was working, I was on the road 4 hours a day. I was driving 2 hours one way to work, back and from, and it just depended on the day. One day I listened to like '90s country, the old stuff, a lot of what I play, and then some. Recently, I've gotten into the Texas country kind of movement, the um, Turnpike Troubadours. They're kind of a Texas country band. Cody Johnson. Um, um, oh my Lord, I'm drawing a blank. I get requests for him all the time. Tyler Childers. Tyler Childers he's got a great voice. It's not you wouldn't he's new, but he's not new country. I mean, he's almost kind of bluegrass sounding, but he's got some. You can tell in his songs. He writes his own songs, and you can tell the feeling in those songs. A lot of
Mm,
the country artists now, the only connection they've got to the song is being the one to put it down on tape.
right.
But he writes his songs, and you can tell the songwriter. Now, one of my favorite songwriters ever is Eminem. That he's a lot of people don't understand it, but if you listen to the lyrics of his songs, dude, it takes a different kind of mind to come up
Who
with
was
some of
that?
those lyrics. Eminem,
Okay, the rapper.
yeah, the rapper, yeah,
Oh yeah, he a legend. Yeah, he's a rap guy.
man. I mean, I just people expect me to say something else when they ask who my favorite songwriter is, but
I tell you the
dude,
truth,
that's
man. Eight Mile is one of my favorite movies of all time.
yes, yeah, that's
of
right.
all time.
That's right, and I believe that's one of his life. I think he put his life experience into that. I mean, I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Yeah. I said
a
I
lot of
had two more.
intelligence.
I said I had two more questions for you, but actually I got one.
Okay,
What is your opinion on Luke Bryan? He's a big. He's made it big, and I hear his name a lot. Throughout everywhere.
that's right. Luke Bryan is he is the business. He is. I don't, I don't. His voice is distinguishable from anybody else. When you hear him, you know it's him. Uh, Now, one of the songs that I do that he recorded, "Drink a Beer," that's one of his most popular songs. Was actually written by Chris Stapleton.
Okay.
But yeah, Luke Bryan is he and Blake Shelton have kind of they made it in their music, and now they moved into the talent shows and everything, and they're kind of branching out. So he's made the most of his career, and he's got a lot of great songs. Uh, he's an artist.
And
So,
like I said, it's kind of like the thing is when you get on my show, I got one more. You got a busy May coming up. Um,
yes,
um, man, like what's gonna get you through this month? I mean, you're doing something every day the month of May. So I
every
saw
day.
your schedule and it's amazing. I mean, um, like what do you use to get you through night to night? What's gonna be something you hold on to this month of May?
Well, 3 weeks ago was my last day on my day job, and I'm still kind of riding high on that a little bit. I mean, that knowing because typically what my day would include was I get up at 4:30 in the morning and leave the house at 5, drive 2 hours and work 7 to 4, and then drive 2 hours back. So I would get home back around 6 o'clock, and I would play a gig from 6 to 10, 7 to 11, sometimes 10 to 2. And on those 10 to 2 days, I would get home at 3 o'clock and only sleep an hour and a half, get up and do the same thing again. So just knowing that I get to come home and get some rest and not have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and start again, that helps a lot. And I got the greatest wife in the world, man.
There
She
you
she
go.
supports what I
Shout out
do.
to your wife.
Yeah,
Um,
she
she's
lets me
awesome,
go
right?
out and do all this crazy stuff, and
Yeah,
that support is it'd be
it's
impossible
everything.
without that. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Everything. All
Yeah.
right. So, like I said, just want to appreciate you again, Tim Roberts, for coming through and having given me a little bit of your time.
Yes, sir.
Definitely, I really appreciate it. I want to have you back on too, because after this month of May, I might want to talk to you about how it was. So
That's right.
yeah,
That's right.
definitely, if you would
I'll be
come back,
glad
that
to,
that'd
man.
be awesome.
Thank you for
I'm,
doing
I'm,
this, man. It's
huh?
kind of branching me out into. It's my first podcast, so you give me something new. I like that.
Okay, no problem. I'm here
Yeah,
for
yeah.
you. Once you're on here, you can always come back, man.
Thank you, sir.
Um, we're gonna end it with this. Best place to perform. Best place you ever performed. You feel comfortable. The crowd's into it every time you go. What's your favorite place to go play?
Oh, man, somebody asked me this the other day, and it's hard to pick one place because you got a different crowd at every place. Now the crowd at Floribama down here, especially during the week, those people that come out on a Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, they are strictly there to have a good time during the week. And I love playing up there in the main room with those crowds and during the week where they're listening to you, they're paying attention. You're not just background noise, and you have when you know you have their attention, that's the best crowd anywhere. And whether it be Floribama, the Elks Lodge in Fort Walton Beach, I love playing there. Those people, I always say, if I ever make a video, I'm gonna do it there because they act like I'm a superstar, man, and they make me feel that way. So I just
What's the name of that place again?
the Elks Lodge there in Fort Walton Beach. It's right between Destin and Santa Rosa Beach. Um, just a great group of people. And when I play there, their shows are open to the public. So when I play there, I put them on Facebook, and we always have a good crowd and always have a good time. So,
All right. Well, that's all I have for you today, Tim Roberts. I look forward to getting my shirt made. So you're gonna send it off
yes,
Monday, so
sir.
I'll be wearing it
I got
proudly.
it.
We're a
Deal.
beer gang, so you're always welcome back here, man. And I'm working on my beer. How long you been growing yours?
Man, it's been growing about 5 years, maybe 6 years, I guess, maybe. But
I tied
most of it
mine
grew.
down a little bit. It gets a little it gets a
Yeah,
little much sometimes, and I got less than you, so I know you know what I'm
yeah.
talking about.
Most of it grew the first year and a half, but they tell me if I trim it, it would grow even more. But I've only trimmed it once, and that was about 3 years ago.
Yeah, you ain't got
But
to worry about
hey,
that.
I'll send you a bottle of beard oil too. The guy that
Thank you.
sponsored me, the Bearded American,
Yeah, thank you.
that's a vet here in Mobile, a veteran from here in Mobile, Alabama, not far away, and he supplies me with all my stuff, and I try to put his name out there, and
Okay,
it's
well,
some
say
great
it
stuff.
again for the audience then. So,
Yeah, the Bearded American. He's got a website now. He doesn't have a Facebook or Instagram anymore, but he's got the website is beardedamerican.com, and
okay,
that's you go there and get supplies. Man, my favorite. They got the um, county fair and the what's the other one? Southern. I can't remember it right now, but it's
that's all
the
right.
smell.
Beardedamerican.com.
Beardedamerican.com. Yeah, yeah,
Take care of your needs right there if you're a bearded
that's
man
right.
like me and Tim Roberts.
It's good, man.